Hi everybody, welcome back to my video series. Well, today I'm going to speak and show something about Openstack. So today let's learn Openstack. Before going towards the heavy stuff of installing Openstack on my laptop or on any lab, let's try to learn Openstack as a user. Okay, let's try to learn how to use Openstack. By the way, what is Openstack? Openstack is a free and open source cloud software with which you can create a private cloud or maybe a public cloud as well. Okay, let's not waste more time and go and learn Openstack as a user. Okay. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my browser and go to trystack.org. This is the, if you see that this is the website which gives for free of cost to learn Openstack, and here you can join this group using a Facebook profile, and you can have a username and password as a Facebook user, and you can log in through your Facebook ID and then go on creating VMs on Openstack cloud software. Okay, so what you can do is here you can click here as join our Facebook group, and this will send the TriStack group a request for creating a username and password for you, and after that you'll get one email telling that you have been approved as a TriStack user, and through your Facebook profile you can log in. Okay, so I have already done that. I have joined this group, Facebook group, and I have given my I have joined and logged in as my Facebook user. So what I'll do is directly I'll go and log in. Okay, I click logged in. So here it goes to the Openstack dashboard, and it has the username and password. But what I'm going to do is here log in with my Facebook profile. So I click here login with Facebook. This takes me to my Facebook username and password. Once I give here my username and password, I can open my self-service Openstack portal. Okay. Well, I logged in with my Facebook username and password. Once you are successful with your login with the Facebook user, you can see here this is the Facebook user. Okay, it assigns me as an as an user, Openstack user on TriStack cloud software. Okay, so this is what you get as the self-service portal. Okay, so you see here this is the compute network. You can orchestrate, you can create database and the identity of the projects. Okay, and you see here all the settings are here, and you can the API settings are here, and so without wasting time, let's go to our project. Here I have the computer network. So before creating a compute instance, let's go to network. Okay, let's see what is the network available here. Okay, we see here no network is available, private network. Go to the network topology. You see we have already assigned an external network. Okay, so this is the external network through which I can connect my VMs. But before that, what I have to do is I have to create my own private network. So I click here, create network. I call it private, set up and go to the next, set the administrator to opt, go to next, and give a subnet name. I call it subnet, and give a network IP address, and I call it 192.168.1.0. This the, and I give it as 24 and IPv4, and the gateway IP 192.168.1.1. okay, and go to next. Okay, what is wrong? I'm sorry, this is 24. Next. Okay. So what you create a allocation pool. What I'm going to 192.168.1. Let me create from 2 to 192.168.1.20. Okay, I am creating a pool of network IPs. Then the DNS server, I have the Google DNS server 8.8.8.8, and host routes you can leave it blank, and here you go, create. You can see this is success, and I have my private network created. Now what I'm going to do is I have to connect these two from the external to private. For that I have to create a router. So click here, create a router. I call it the router. Create the router. You see here it is connected. Let's see, normal way display. Okay. Now click on the router, view the router details, set the gateway. Okay, I click set the gateway, and I connect the gateway to external and set the gateway. See the topology here. Now you see my router connected to the external network. Now add an interface to it, local interface. So this is the select subnet, this is the subnet, and IP address I call it 192.168.1.1. This is the gateway I give, and add the interface. You see now this is success, and go to the topology again and see what happens. Okay, see here now I created a router. I gave the gateway as 192.168.1.1, and this is the interface from my private network to the external network. So this is done. I have created the network, I have created a router, and I have set up the gateway. I have created a local interface to it. Okay, now go to compute. Okay, now what you do is access and security. Click here. You see here there is a default one. Either you can what you do is go to manage rules, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything. Delete rules. Okay, this is previously I created, so I'm deleting all my rules just to be very fresh. Now it is success. What I'm going to do is again add the rule, and for the time being I have to add everything, all the traffic. So what I'm going to do is all ICMP traffic, ingress, and this is all from all the IPs, add it. Now create another rule, add, and ICMP. Previously I selected ingress, now I select egress. Add, again add all the TCP, ingress, add rule, all TCP, egress, hard rule, all UDP, ingress, hard rule, all UDP, egress. Okay, so done. So I have given access to all the type of network traffic, and I click access and security again. If you see here, I have given rules. I have created some rules. Now the key pair. Okay, you see I have already 2 key pairs present. I'll delete both. I'll create new key pair. Okay, create a key pair. Again, okay, cloud 1, let it be. Create the key pair. Okay, it automatically allows me to download this key pair to my desktop or my laptop. So let's download that and save it locally. And I come, and this is my Openstack, and I overwrite it. Okay. Now I downloaded my key pair. Go to access and security guide and go to the floating IP. Okay, that's all. Let's create the floating IPs and allocate floating IPs to this project, so that to my internal network a mapping IPs from the external network will be created, so that through these external IPs I can access my VMs, which is created internally in my network. So allocate IPs. Okay, so this is the IP assigned to me. Okay, and I can create my VMs, and I can access my VM with this particular IP, and once I allocate that to some internal IP. Okay, now come to instances. Okay, now I can launch my instance. Here select Nova, give. Okay, let's see what are the flavors I have. I have a tiny flavor. Let's create a small flavor, and instance 1 count. Select the source. I select the image and select the image. Let's create a Fedora 21 image. Okay, so I have given the I'm going to create one instance from the image Fedora 21, and it will boot from the image. It will create one instance, small instance, and what is that small instance? 1 vCPU, 20 GB disk, and 2 GB RAM. Instance name I have created like, okay, Fedora 21. Okay, this will give me. And now go to access and security, click here. You see I have assigned my key pair which I created, cloud 1. It is automatically assigned. Go to the networking. Yes, this you see the network which is assigned private. It is going to be on this network, private network. There is no, I am not giving any post creation script, so just it is very simple one, and create and just click launch. Okay, launch instance named Fedora 21 is success. Now you can see this is spawning. Wait for some time. Okay, See here, the internal IP 192.168.1.3 is assigned to this VM and it is running. Okay, what I can do is I can assign the floating IP which I created. So this associate the floating IP, I clicked, select the IP address, which this one. So now I can, that means I can access this VM by this particular external IP, and which is mapped to 192.168.1.3. Now I can click associate. You see now to this particular VM, two IPs has been assigned. One is the internal IP, another is the external IP through which I can communicate from here. Now see the details of this Fedora 21. Click here. See the log where it is. You see begin the assigning the key, and you can see the console as well. If you want to see the console, if it does not show here, you just click here, click to show only console. Yes, you see here, this is the login console. Okay, but I have not created any login username and password, so I cannot log in using any password. How I have to log in is through the key user. Okay, the key pair, through this one I can connect. So now let's connect. For that, what I have to do is I have either you can communicate through PuTTY, or you can install some SSH terminal in your Linux console. If you want, if you are to access through Linux, you can communicate. If you want to access from Windows, you can use the PuTTY. Or so here it is, PuTTY. Let me delete all this. Now what I have to do is give the IP. This is the external IP. And what is the IP? Just see. Go to the instance. Okay, this is the IP, external IP. Okay, so okay, before that, what I have to do is, because this is a PEM, this is the if you see the this is the key, right? I'll delete the old keys, and I have this is the key I have downloaded. Okay, I have here a PuTTY gen file through which actually I can convert this to a supported, PuTTY supported key. So just load this key. You see here, this is now loaded, and now the save the public key. I call it cloud1.txt. It is a simple text file, the public, and save the private key, and cloud1, it will save if you see .ppk format. Okay. So save it. Now you see this is the ppk, and this is the private key, this is the public key. Now let's open again PuTTY, and I give my IP address, that is a dot okay this is the SSH. Select SSH. Give the session a name. Fedora 21. Now come to the SSH and come to auth. Give the private key here, which we have downloaded. Okay, EPK. Open it, and here the data username as Fedora. This is not root, this is Fedora. And go to the session again. If you see, I'll just save it first so that I don't have to type again and again every time I connect. Now this is Fedora 21. It's going to connect to 8.21.28.164, and authorization will be done by the private key, which is this one. Say I load it, and now let's load it. Okay, now I simply double click here. You see this comes party security alert came. I accept yes, and this is authenticating the imported opens key, username Fedora. And you see, this is I logged in. Wow. And this is the, you see that it is the internal IP 192.168.1.3, and we are done, right? I hope you enjoyed this session. If you have any doubts, please comment, and I'll be glad to help you out. But this is just what I created is a basic VM Fedora 21 virtual machine. It's a Linux VM. Okay, and this is I created using TriStack, which is a Openstack cloud software, which they have given for free to just have some basic knowledge about OpenStack. Rather, to learn about OpenStack, you can create a basic VM and learn it. This is the first step towards OpenStack, and in my next video I'll try to install the OpenStack software as a private cloud software inside my lab, and will work through the process. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.